Assalamu alaikum dear students. So we are here again with a new English lesson, and as you can see, the topic of today is what is allusion. Now allusion is an implied or an indirect or a passing reference to a person, event or situation of another text. I'll further explain, but first you need to know that allusion is sometimes confused with illusion. Now these are two entirely different words with different meanings, of course, because illusion is something likely to be wrongly perceived or interpreted by the senses. Whereas, as I said earlier, that allusion is an indirect or implied reference. Now, you need to understand that when you allude to another text, you assume that the reader will understand the reference. Maybe because the referred part or scenario is quite famous, or the comparison stated in your creative writing is most apt and relevant. So the question arises, why do we need to allude in our creative writing or story writing? Because students, allusion creates a very good impression, because you are very delicately and sensibly showing off your knowledge of literary text, which of course gives you the benefit. To further elaborate, I'll share certain examples with you, and I'm sure the concept of allusion will be further clarified. Now, if I'm not home by midnight, my car might turn into a pumpkin. Now, of course, you can relate and you can understand the reference is to the story of Cinderella. Yes. Check out this one. Your hands remind me of Uriah Heep. Now, students, only those readers can understand this reference who have read the novel David Copperfield by Charles Dickens, because Uriah Heep was the antagonist of that novel. And he had a very strange characteristic that his hands were always sweaty and wet. So if you allude, the reader who has read this novel, of course, he'll understand the connection. And I was also reminded of Uriah Heep's humbleness. So you can also write like this in your story, maybe, if there's a connection, possible connection. Your humbleness remind me of Uriah Heep. Now again, like I said, that only those readers can understand who have read David Copperfield, because Uriah Heep constantly, I don't know how many times in the novel he said that I am a humble man, I belong to humble background, whereas on the other hand he was a very scheming and cunning fellow. Okay, so this is how you allude. Now, what's important to remember is that when you allude, you only hint at something or casually mention something. Never go into details. Leave it to the readers to make the connection. Yes. Now, allusions can be metaphorical, of course. Check out this example. Susan is Da Vinci of pastry chefs. Now, it's a metaphor, because you are comparing Susan, a pastry chef, to an artist. And it's an allusion because the reference is to a historical artist. Had it been that Susan is an artist of pastry chefs, then it would have only been a metaphor. But now, since the reference to a famous historical artist, then it's an allusion. Now, have a look at some of these famous allusions. Now students, if you want to refer to a weakness a person may have, you can allude to Achilles' heel, because this is a mythological reference to physical vulnerability in spite of overall strength. If you want to symbolize a beautiful woman, you can allude to Helen from Helen of Troy. If you want to talk about anything that destroys its creator, you can allude to Frankenstein from Mary Shelley's novel Frankenstein. So, to sum it up, allusions are a very useful literary tool. They are brief but purposeful references within a text to another work of literature. Do try them in your writings, but frankly speaking, you can only allude if you yourself are a good reader in the first place. So I would request you to read and allude. Thank you so much.